What's up, guys? Welcome back to All Wings Everything. Yes, you are back in my kitchen with your boy Spinelli, aka the Wing King. But we're not gonna do them wings today. Today I'm gonna show you guys how to make a creamy beef pasta. Man, this is so easy, so delicious. You're gonna be amazed. So I hope you're in your kitchen. I'm already in mine, so let's go. All right, so here are the ingredients we're gonna use for today's recipe. Yes, a lot of ingredients, but hey, we're gonna get through it. Not that many as we start going through it and adding these ingredients. It's gonna be real quick and simple, guys. So let me tell you what we have. So right here, I have some large shell pasta here. Now, if you got the small shells, you can use that too, but this is all they had in my store right here is the large shells. I wouldn't use the jumbo shells. Some marinara sauce. We got some heavy whipping cream here. We have olive oil, kosher salt, paprika, oregano, flour, some dried parsley, some Italian seasoning. We have our ground beef here, some fresh cheddar cheese. I like to use fresh cheddar cheese when we're doing pasta recipes like this, those cheesy pasta recipes. I like fresh cheddar cheese because I like the way it melts better than the pre-shredded cheddar cheese. Black pepper, sour cream, some beef stock. We have a small onion and we have some garlic cloves here. So these are the ingredients, guys. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I've measured out most of our ingredients except two of them because I didn't have enough room on our cutting board here. So let me just start right here. So right here we have our marinara sauce. Like I said, we're gonna use about 15 ounces. So this is a 23 ounce jar. So we're gonna use about half of this jar. Our shells is 16 ounces. We're gonna use half of that. We're gonna use 8 ounces of those pasta shells. Right here, you want a pound to a pound and a half of ground beef. Right here, you have that small onion chop. I have 2 cups of cheddar cheese. I have 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, 1 teaspoon of parsley. I have a half a teaspoon of paprika. Right here, I have a half a teaspoon of oregano. I have 3/4 cups of heavy whipping cream. I have 1 cup of beef broth. I have a 1/4 of a cup of sour cream here, 2 tablespoons of flour, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of pepper right here, and about 5 garlic cloves minced. These are the ingredients. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're gonna do is add our tablespoon of olive oil to our pan, and we're gonna bring that up to temperature. All right, so now we're gonna start adding our beef. And we're gonna allow this to cook, breaking it up until it's brown. Depending on how hot you have your heat, it'll probably take about 5 to 7 minutes. All right, so now I'm gonna start adding our salt and our pepper in here. Now you could do this toward the end of the recipe if you want to, but I typically like to salt and pepper my beef in the beginning stages, and if I need to add more salt and pepper later on in the recipe, I tend to do that also. All right, guys, so it looks like we are there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove this from I'm going to pause the heat, remove it from our cooktop, drain the excess fat that's in there. Mine didn't render a lot of fat, and I'm just going to put it in a bowl and I'm going to set it aside. And then we're going to come right back. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to unpause our heat. Now we're going to add our onions to our pan. And what we're going to do is we're going to cook these onions for about 2 minutes until they're translucent and it gives off that fragrance. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna add our garlic. Now we're gonna get both of these mixed up in here. You don't wanna burn your garlic, so you wanna turn your heat down a little bit. And we're just gonna cook this for an additional minute till we get that garlic fragrance. All right, next what we're gonna do is we're gonna start adding our flour, our 2 tablespoons of flour, and we're gonna get this mixed in. And you wanna cook this, till it browns, depending on how high you got your heat, so it may be about 30 seconds to a minute. All right, so what you wanna do now is start slowly adding in your beef broth. And as you add in your beef broth, what you wanna do is you wanna kind of scrape the bottom of your pan to kind of get those driplets that's in the pan. And now we're gonna introduce our marinara sauce. And we're gonna get that all mixed together. And shortly after that, we're bringing in that oregano, that Italian seasoning, that parsley, and that paprika. And we're gonna get this all mixed together. Guys, you see how this is coming together? Man, this smells so good. Man, when you add those dry herbs in there. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring that to a boil like this. And we're gonna reduce the heat down, and we're just gonna let it cook for about 5 minutes until it thickens. All right, so we're about 5 minutes in. So what we're gonna do now is add our shells. And guys, you gotta make sure you already have these babies cooked now. You gotta make sure these babies are already cooked. Stir it up, and we're going to bring our ground beef back in. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this all mixed up. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start adding our heavy whipping cream. Add that in there. It's about 3/4 cups. We're gonna get that stirred in here like that. And we're gonna let this cook for about 1 to 2 minutes. All right, so next we're gonna come in with our sour cream. Gonna add that. We're gonna get that all mixed in there too. Same way. And the last thing we're gonna do is add our cheese. And we're gonna cook this for another 1 and 2 minutes or until it melts. And right here you wanna add, your salt and pepper if you think you need a little salt and pepper. So I'm gonna give it a taste, see if we need to add a little salt and pepper. I could probably add a little sprinkle of salt or a little of that kosher salt on top of it. All right, so it looks like we are there. Man, take a look at that. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add a little of that, some garnishment on top of it. This is cilantro on top to add a little color to it. And there you have it, guys. Creamy beef pasta. Yes, if you're looking for something simple, quick, easy, fulfilling, and delicious, this is a go-to right here. The measurements and ingredients are all in the video description below, guys. So check it out. And until then, let's go ahead and get into quality control, guys, because I'm ready. Let's go. All right, so we are here for quality control. So let me show you what we got here. Oh man, take a look at that. So let's go ahead and try this out and see what we are working with. This is delicious. The cheese, the marinara sauce, all that is meshing well together. So guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you for watching this video. Until then, I'm your cook, Spinelli. This is All Wings Everything. And pick up that ebook. Pick it up. And I am out. Peace.